Hey y'all, do you like my new nerd look? Anyway guys, how y'all doing? Red Crimson Gaming here. Let's get right into it. It seems like Nintendo and Samsung are already prepping to release an OLED Switch. Talks of an OLED Switch 2 is in the works behind the scenes, and we're going to talk about it right here, right now. Nintendo Switch 2 is still weeks from launch, and yet a key electronics partner is already thinking about the console's inevitable future hardware refresh. That's according to a new report from Bloomberg, which states that Samsung is pushing Nintendo to incorporate its OLED screen in the next version of Switch 2 whenever it appears. Remember, of course, that the launch version of Switch 2 features an LCD screen, which some see as a slight downgrade from the display boasted by the Switch 1 later OLED model. At a Switch 2 press event attended by IGN earlier this year, Nintendo said it had not made the decision to effectively switch back from OLED to LCD screens lightly. Now, there's a lot of advancements that have been made in LCD technology during development. Nintendo Switch 2 hardware design lead Tetsuya Sasaki explained, "We took a look at the technology that was available to us now, and after a lot of consideration, we decided to stick to LCD. Even with the OLED version of Nintendo Switch, we didn't have compatibility support for HDR, but that's something we have the support for now. In some respects, word of a Switch 2 refresh at some point in the future shouldn't be a surprise. Nintendo always launches new versions of its consoles after a couple of years. Well, usually. Sorry, Wii U. The suggestion of an improved Switch 2 refresh with an OLED screen would also simply be following the same pattern Nintendo used with the Switch 1. But maybe don't cancel your Switch 2 pre-order just yet. There's no telling when Nintendo will actually decide to launch a new Switch 2 model, especially now, as the demand for the launch version looks likely to remain sky high for a significant period, and affordability of every console now a key issue. Nintendo will also launch a new Switch 2 when it will be confident it can manufacture, ship, and sell it at a price it believes customers will buy and be happy to pay to upgrade for the base Switch 2 model. Remember also that the Switch 1 OLED model didn't turn up until October 2021, 4 years after the console's March 2017 debut. In other words, while Samsung may be planning for a Switch 2 OLED, you probably need not be. Elsewhere in Bloomberg's report, Samsung sources stated they believed the company had the capacity for Nintendo to ship 20 million Switch 2 consoles this year, considerably more than the 15 million estimate that Nintendo has told investors it expected to ship before March 31st, 2026. That 15 million estimated would match the number of Switch 1 consoles sold by Nintendo back in 2017, and has also been seen as conservative figure by some analysts. Speaking to IGN sister site Eurogamer earlier this month, veteran firm DFC Intelligence said it believed that Nintendo would in reality likely sell 60 million, enough to say it has beaten its expectations. Alright there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. So it seems like Nintendo is prepping for, or rather Samsung is prepping for, an OLED model Nintendo Switch 2, and that shouldn't come as no brainer. I mean, the OLED OG Switch is badass, best screen on the market for a handheld hybrid console. Everybody loved it, reception was great, and I don't see why Nintendo wouldn't follow suit with a refresh upgrade to the soon-to-be successful Nintendo Switch 2. It only makes sense, and at the same time, I see why they went back to the LCD. I guess, I mean, it is backwards, but I'm not mad at them. I mean, with the whole HDR situation and a brighter screen, I mean, I get it, man. But you know, whenever they do come out with it, I'm going to be looking forward to it, and I'm going to embrace it, man. And question is, I wonder how many years it's going to take for them to actually release the damn thing. Maybe another 4 years, maybe sooner than later, but 4 years halfway through the system's life cycle sounds about right, but you never know these days, man. But I guess if I was Nintendo, I would release it halfway through the system's life cycle, which is what, 4 years. So seems about right. So only time will tell, man. But I do love those Samsung OLED screens, man, especially on my Galaxy phone. So you guys look forward to that. Meet me in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this. Were you guys already expecting this? You already knew Nintendo was going to go down this route with a refresh upgrade down the line like they pretty much do with all their handhelds? Let's talk about it in the comment section. And if you're new to my channel, of course, like and subscribe. Red Crimson Gaming. See you next video.